Calgary's real estate market in 2025 is buzzing with energy. We are seeing a considerable amount of activity across the board. Buyers are definitely keen to enter the market, and sellers are observing the trends very closely. It's certainly a dynamic and interesting time for property in this fantastic Canadian city. Mortgage rates remain a significant topic of conversation, as they always do. These rates heavily influence what people can realistically afford for their homes. We're also witnessing continued strong interest from individuals and families moving to Calgary from other provinces. This influx naturally adds to the overall demand for housing. The general atmosphere is one of cautious optimism for many participants in the market. Thorough planning is absolutely key this year. So the big question is it a buyer's market or a seller's market in Calgary for 2025? Right now it appears to be leaning more towards a seller's market in many different segments. This generally means that sellers often have a bit more leverage during negotiations. Strong, consistent demand is a primary reason for this current state. We simply have more people looking to purchase homes than there are homes available on the market. This imbalance is particularly noticeable for certain types of properties. Think about detached, single-family homes located in popular, well-established neighborhoods. The persistently low inventory of available homes helps to keep prices firm and support sellers. Alberta's overall economic conditions are also playing a significant part, attracting new jobs and consequently, more people to the city. Several key trends are actively shaping Calgary's real estate market this year. Interprovincial migration continues to be a very strong factor. More and more people are choosing Calgary for its appealing lifestyle, growing job opportunities, and relative affordability compared to other major Canadian cities. This ongoing migration can sometimes make it a bit harder for local buyers to secure a property. Competition for desirable homes can become quite fierce, leading to quick sales. For sellers, this high demand can translate into faster sales processes. They might even find themselves receiving multiple offers on their property. However, if you are selling, finding your next home in the same competitive market can also be a challenge, so it's a situation that presents both opportunities and hurdles for some. Thankfully, technology continues to make real estate transactions smoother and more efficient. Understanding these current market conditions is your crucial first step. This is true whether you are dreaming of buying your very first home or planning to sell your current one to upsize or downsize. We need to examine the various mortgage options with great care. It is also vital that we clearly explore what affordable housing truly means in the context of Calgary. And importantly, we must identify what specific help and resources are out there for you. This essay aims to guide you comprehensively through these key areas of concern. We will carefully break down the requirements for down payments. We will also take a close look at the available government programs designed to assist buyers. Let's get you fully prepared for your Calgary 2025 property journey. Remember, knowledge is power, especially in the world of real estate. Let's dive into the important topic of mortgage rates for 2025. This is always a hot topic, and for good reason, as it directly impacts your buying power. We are currently seeing some welcome stability in rates, but it's crucial to remember that changes can, and often do, happen. Fixed mortgage rates offer a sense of predictability and security. With a fixed rate, your interest rate remains exactly the same for the entire mortgage term. This consistency makes budgeting much easier for many homeowners. Variable mortgage rates, on the other hand, have the potential to fluctuate. They typically move in conjunction with the bank's prime lending rate. Variable rates might initially start lower than fixed rates, offering a tempting entry point. However, they inherently come with a higher degree of uncertainty over the term of the loan. The Bank of Canada's monetary policy decisions are key influences here. What exactly do these different mortgage rates mean for your monthly budget and overall financial health? Generally, higher interest rates translate directly into higher monthly mortgage payments. This fundamental principle applies to both fixed-rate and variable-rate mortgages. Even a seemingly small change in the interest rate can have a noticeable impact on your long-term affordability. As a prospective buyer, it is absolutely essential to stress test your budget thoroughly. Ask yourself, could you comfortably handle an increase in your mortgage payments if you opt for a variable rate and rates happen to rise? Or is the peace of mind that comes with a stable, fixed rate a better fit for your financial personality and circumstances? Carefully think about your personal risk tolerance. Also, consider how long you realistically plan to stay in the home you purchase. These important factors will help you decide on the best mortgage type for your specific needs. Let's break down the crucial aspect of down payments. This is the initial sum of cash you need to have saved up to purchase a home. For homes that are priced under $500,000, the minimum required down payment is 5% of the purchase price. This 5% threshold is a significant help for many first-time buyers. It makes the goal of getting into the housing market much more achievable and accessible. If the home you're looking at is priced between $500,000 and $999,000, the rule is slightly different. Media Group, real estate agent explaining price chart to clients, couple reviewing home listings on laptop at stock at distribute _equally, it's 5% on the first $500,000 of the price, and then it's 10% for the portion of the price that falls above $500,000. For homes that are priced at $1 million or more, you are required to have a minimum down payment of 20%. These down payment rules are established at the national level by the federal government. Are there any significant new changes to these down payment rules specifically for 2025? As of our current date in mid-2025, the core down payment rules that I just outlined remain largely the same as they have been. The tiered system, which is based on the purchase price of the home, is still firmly in effect. However, in the world of real estate and finance, there is always ongoing discussion about potential adjustments and new policies. The government does sometimes tweak these rules or introduce new programs to help prospective buyers. For instance, the First Home Savings Account, or FHSA, is a relatively newer financial tool that has gained popularity. It's designed to help you save for your down payment on a tax-free basis. While this isn't a direct change to the down payment percentage rules, it significantly impacts how effectively you can save for one. It's always wise to stay updated on any federal budget announcements or housing policy changes. The federal government offers several valuable programs designed to assist first-time homebuyers. Media Group, family reviewing federal homebuyer program brochures, Canadian flag with icons for homebuyer assistance at stock at distribute _equally. The Home Buyers Plan, or HBP, is a very popular and long-standing option. This plan allows eligible Canadians to withdraw funds from their Registered Retirement Savings Plans, or RRSPs, to use towards a down payment for a qualifying home. You do have to repay the withdrawn amount back into your RRSP over a specified period, typically 15 years. Another program is the First-Time Home Buyer Incentive. This is a shared equity mortgage program where the government contributes a portion of the home's purchase price, thereby reducing your required mortgage amount and monthly payments. The government then shares in any future appreciation or depreciation of the home's value. And as I mentioned earlier, the tax-free First Home Savings Account, or FHSA, is a fantastic new tool. It cleverly combines the benefits of an RRSP, which is tax-deductible contributions, and a TFSA, which is tax-free withdrawals for a home purchase. It's specifically designed to accelerate savings for buying your first home. What about assistance programs available closer to home, at the provincial or municipal level? Currently, Alberta does not have a widespread provincial down payment assistance program similar to those seen in some other Canadian provinces. However, it is always a good idea to periodically check the official Alberta government website for any new initiatives or updates regarding housing support. The City of Calgary tends to focus its efforts more on broader affordable housing initiatives rather than direct down payment assistance for the general market. These initiatives might not always be direct cash for a down payment for everyone, but they can include valuable programs like attainable homeownership partnerships. These programs sometimes collaborate with non-profit organizations and developers. Their goal is to help moderate-income families purchase their first home through special financing arrangements or shared equity models, making home ownership more accessible. What is the crystal ball forecasting for Calgary home prices as we move through 2025? Most indicators and market analyses suggest that we will likely see continued price growth in the Calgary market. However, this growth is expected to be at a more moderate and sustainable pace compared to some of the rapid surges we've experienced in previous years. The underlying demand for housing in Calgary is still quite strong. The city remains an attractive destination for many Canadians, especially due to its relative affordability when compared to other major urban centers like Vancouver or Toronto. We are not anticipating a significant drop or correction in prices. Instead, the outlook is for steady, albeit potentially slower, appreciation in home values. It's also important to note that different segments of the market might experience varying growth rates. For example, condominiums might see increased activity as detached home prices become more challenging for some buyers. Several interconnected factors will collectively influence these home price trends in Calgary. Interprovincial migration, as we've discussed, is a very significant driver. As long as a substantial number of people continue to choose to move to Calgary for work or lifestyle reasons, the demand for housing will remain high, putting upward pressure on prices. The health of the local economy, particularly the performance of Alberta's energy sector, also plays a crucial role. Sustained job growth typically brings more potential buyers into the market. Interest rates, of course, are another key factor. If interest rates were to ease later in the year, it could potentially boost housing demand even further. Conversely, if rates were to rise unexpectedly, it could have a cooling effect on market activity. Finally, the housing supply, or the level of inventory available, is absolutely crucial. If we don't build enough new homes to meet the growing demand, prices will inevitably continue to feel that upward pressure. For all you prospective buyers out there, my best advice is to be thoroughly prepared. Your first step should be to get pre-approved for a mortgage from a lender or mortgage broker. This pre-approval will clearly tell you how much you can realistically afford to spend on a home. It also significantly strengthens your position when you make an offer. Be prepared to exercise patience. Finding the right home in a competitive market environment often takes time and persistence. Try not to get discouraged if you encounter bidding wars or lose out on a property. Set your maximum budget limits beforehand, and be disciplined enough to stick to them. It's highly recommended to work with a knowledgeable and experienced real estate agent. A good agent knows the local market conditions inside out. They can provide invaluable guidance throughout the entire buying process. And don't forget to explore all those helpful first-time buyer programs and incentives we talked about earlier. Sellers, you are generally in a decent market position in Calgary right now. However, this doesn't mean you should become complacent. It's still crucial to price your home correctly right from the very start. An overpriced home can end up sitting on the market for an extended period, even in what is considered a seller's market. Remember that presentation truly matters a great deal. Make sure your home looks its absolute best to attract potential buyers. This means decluttering thoroughly, ensuring it's spotlessly clean, and considering professional staging if your budget allows. For both buyers and sellers, meticulous and careful planning is absolutely essential for a successful transaction. Understand your personal finances in detail. Be clear about your real estate goals. Whether you are buying your dream home or selling a cherished property, it's a major life decision. Don't rush into it. Seek out good professional advice and strive to make well-informed choices. Good luck out there in the market.